What's up, guys? Are you really gonna do? Yusuf is refusing to get on camera because he's being a diva today. And are you really? Come on, let's start the podcast.
I'm just matching your guys' unprofessionalism that I've been seeing from you guys.
What?
In episode 2, I told you guys need to take a course in professionalism, and you guys haven't done anything.
You're literally wearing sunglasses.
It's not even sunny in here.
Well,
Podcast.
I'm doing everything for this podcast, so I'm acting like the CEO.
What are you not the CEO?
Okay, let me break it down. Can I call y'all out?
Okay.
If we can call you out.
Call me out on whatever you want, baby.
All right.
Let's
Okay,
go
let's
face
go.
to face
Let's
right
go.
now. Yesterday, episode... No, what you doing? Your mic is over there. Unprofessional, see? Yesterday.
You're not even speaking into the right.
Just stop. Stop telling me what I'm not doing, Aaron. I'm going to tell you what you're not doing. Yesterday, episode 2 came out. I woke up at 5 a.m. I uploaded the YouTube video. I uploaded the thumbnail. I did the descriptions. I made sure it was distributed to iTunes, Spotify, and Anchor. I did several Instagram posts to promote the episode. I posted it on TikTok to promote the episode. I posted it on Twitter. I posted it on Instagram. Y'all were sleeping.
I was up at 9.
Wait, I got the. Are you ready?
Wait, where was your promotion?
I posted on my story.
How many times?
4.
Throughout the day?
Yeah.
I did 4 before you woke up.
Wait, so in the group chat, what did Yusuf say he wants to be in charge of?
The social media manager for the Gotta Get It accounts.
And for posting and for description and all that stuff. You asked to do it.
Okay, but on your personal
You
accounts,
asked to do it.
I need to see more from you guys.
I will. You know what? I'll start posting more than you do.
Oh.
Prove it.
I will.
Not only that,
The sunglasses are off.
why was my mic the only one that had a reverb and echo? Are you trying to sabotage me?
First off,
Maybe
JP had a few issues.
Yeah.
Secondly, we don't talk like this and do this and make the mic move all over the place.
Oh, so now I'm the problem.
Oh my gosh, if you watch the second episode, your mic is forced back from your voice alone.
Okay, look, I'm going to say this. This is episode 3. We got to get better each episode. People are already complaining about the desk. They want us to get a triangular desk or a circular desk or whatever. So we're going to have to do something. We need LED lights in the back that say gotta get it. See what I'm doing? I'm managing. And you know what else? I have one thing to say to you guys. Either you choose to get it because this is gotta get it, or you gotta get out.
You're doing really well about mic placement today.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Gotta Get It! We have a very, very special episode planned for you guys today because we have our first surprise guest.
Yeah.
We've been getting asked a lot, are you gonna have guests on the show? Hell yeah. Almost every episode will feature a guest.
I bet nobody is prepared for our first guest.
They are. I mean, it's obvious. If we're going to choose, like, out of us 3, who our first guest is going to be, there's only one option.
Veronica
Merrill.
Hey, shout out Ronnie for coming up with the idea for the Gotta Get It podcast. Love you, girl. So, before he comes on, without saying who he is, how do you guys feel about him?
I mean, I've known him my whole life, and it's like...
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
I will say he's the funniest guy I know.
What?
That's cap.
That's me.
No, that's 100% true.
The funniest?
The funniest guy I know.
I'm staring at him right now and saying, that's so cap.
He's
I'm
the
not
only
laughing.
person
I'll say this.
who's ever made milk come out of my nose.
What the hell? I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
He's the most charming. And if you're in a group setting, he's the one who gathers and gets the most attention because of his charm. He's the most social. But I wouldn't say the most funny.
Yeah, that's me.
Like, he's known as being funny.
Like real life funny, or his videos are funny?
Both. Well, when he's not sleeping, he's funny.
What?
I'm telling you guys.
Dude, I've known him for a long time. Me and him have a very special relationship. And the reason I respect him so much is because he's seen me at the lowest of lows. And there were probably times in his career where he could have been like, me associating myself with this guy can hurt my brand and my career. But he still chose to be my friend and didn't like do what other YouTubers do and kick me out to protect his brand. And now I'm thriving and I'm still his friend. So I appreciate him for that.
But he makes you laugh, right?
No.
I feel like he makes you laugh all the time. If you go back through all your old vlogs.
I probably fake laugh at the stuff he does, but I don't know if he actually makes me laugh.
JP, what do you think? I feel like you've probably gotten closer to him than
Yeah, you're
both
really
of
close
us.
to him.
Yeah, he's great.
You just don't want to get fired.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to be honest on this podcast.
Even if your job or career is in jeopardy.
No.
He's scared.
He's
scared.
His eyes are starting to
You're
water. He's
scared.
It's hot in here.
All right, who wants to introduce him?
On 3.
No. You got to, like, somebody has to say something cool to introduce him and, like.
Oh, like a boxing thing? Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Now
come in weighing
introducing.
150, 140, 50.
You don't got to say his weight.
Coming in at 6'1".
What?
He's
What?
6'1", right? Or is he 6 foot?
Are you 6'1"?
Oh,
He's 6 foot. You
Oh.
don't even know your own
11
brother's
and
height.
3/4.
Oh, you just gave it away.
They know who he is.
How do you know?
Andrew Burris.
Introducing one of the godfathers on YouTube. Been on the platform for over 15 years. Has over 11 million subscribers and well over 1 billion views. Has been on many different TV shows. Has been on so many red carpets. Is thriving with his girlfriend. None other than the legend, the myth. I should have said myth first.
Yeah.
The myth, the legend, the GOAT, Alex Wassabi.
Has it been 15 years?
Almost.
Ask him that.
It hasn't been 15 years.
January 26th or 25th or
You
something?
don't even know him.
You said you've been in the game for 15 years.
Almost 15 years.
15.
Are we at like 14 and a half?
Well, we were making
14.9.
videos before YouTube was created, so I don't know. It was close. What's up, guys? Gotta get
Aaron, I'm going to fight you one of these episodes.
What's up, guys? I'm glad you're putting my set to use.
Well, hey,
since
I built,
I
like,
am
half
not
of
on
this
YouTube
set.
anymore. Yeah.
Okay. How are
It's
you?
not about you, Aaron.
Before we, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I have, because Alex has been my best friend for years, I have some serious questions to ask him throughout this podcast. But we're going to start it light, and then we're going to get there. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, how are you?
I'm good. I've been taking a break. What is it? Is it like the
2
10th?
weeks
Is it
now?
15?
12?
No,
2
12.
weeks now.
It's a 12.
It's been like 2 weeks almost.
A break
taking
from
a break.
YouTube.
A break from YouTube, kind of a break from social media. I'm gonna be posting more, but I just been taking
Wait.
a break.
Posting more on YouTube?
No, on social media.
But in general, are you, how's your 2021 starting? How are you feeling right now? Where's your headspace at, your mentality?
There's a lot of stuff going on in the first week of 2021.
Yeah, your energy's a little different right now than I'm used to.
I'm just more calm. I'm trying not to let things overwhelm me, not trying to stress out. I keep up to date on the news, but it's just so many things going on. So I'm just trying to relax. I'm just trying to calm down. I don't have to think about the next video or the next thing I have to do or the next meeting I have.
Yeah, but if I'm if I'm assuming or crossing the line, I'm sorry, but is there anything weighing you down right now, or is it just what you're going through, deciding on whether or not you're quitting YouTube or not? Is that what's on your mind? Because you just seem a little different.
I guess the only thing that adds stress to my life is the news, and then also I read the comments a lot on my last video, and people are telling me come back and they miss me, and they've been watching for 10 years, 15 years, and it makes me sad a little bit, but then also
See, he
happy.
said 15.
So 14
He's
and a
rounding
half.
up. He's
So
rounding up.
that always gets me emotional through the day when I'm reading that stuff.
Yeah,
There's
I bet.
a lot. There's
I bet.
92,000 comments on
Yeah.
that video.
Did you receive a lot of hate for that video?
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think everyone
I was
supported
surprised
it.
because KSI made that video.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought there would
I thought
be.
KSI's army was gonna come on you.
Me too, but there was one comment that got 10,000 or just thousands of likes, and it was it said, I came here because of KSI to bully you, but now I feel bad about it. And then that one got thousands of likes, and everybody just said, it was hundreds of comments said same.
You know what?
So,
I remember calling you and FaceTiming you and telling you this, and we're going to get to this video. I wanted to talk about this at the end, but we kind of just jumped into it. Mm-hmm. For those of you that don't know, Alex Wassabi has taken, I think, his first break ever on YouTube.
yeah.
And he's deciding on whether or not he wants to continue as a creator, which is huge. But I FaceTimed him right away because I saw a vulnerable side to Alex that I had never seen before, because he was so open. And when you said, I've been living my life in front of this camera for so long, I don't even know who I am anymore. That hit so deep, and I resonated with that, and I respected you so much to be able to come out and say that behind the always smiling. If you're not smiling, you're doing it wrong. That's growth. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was just like saying what I was feeling, but I wasn't thinking about being relatable or like if other YouTubers would feel that way. But a lot of people reached out and a lot of people felt that way.
How many times did you watch the video?
Me?
Yeah.
Once.
I watched it 4 times. Okay. Did anybody tear up watching the video?
No.
I don't watch it because I tear up. When
I
watch
teared
it,
up
so I don't
hard
watch it.
watching
He's your
that
brother.
video.
Yeah, and Aaron's a baby.
MTV
No, but,
cried.
like,
Who?
MTV cried.
MTV cried?
I pinned their comment on my video.
Oh, really?
Their comment was, "I cried within the first 15 seconds."
What the heck?
That first part sent. I was like, oh, it's heart jerking.
It's a send-off.
Even like right now, I feel like emotional, and I don't know why.
You know what's interesting? So I saw that you posted a goodbye video that day. You know what's so bizarre about that?
What?
Roy, Guava Juice, posted a goodbye video on that same day.
Yeah.
Dang.
So your guys's, even though you're separated, your synergy and like y'all are still connected without even trying.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Did you see
I
that?
texted him about it. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy that we both posted that," and he said we're on the same wavelength. And
Exactly.
I was like, agreed. But his was goodbye 2020.
Yeah. But still,
it's
goodbye
crazy,
is the
right?
title and thumbnail.
I
I was
know.
shocked. I first looked at it and I was like, who copied who? Let me check. But then I was like, it's the same day.
Yeah.
Someone else posted a goodbye video like right around that
I feel like
time
a lot
too.
of people did
Who?
that.
Lauren.
Lauren.
No way.
Yeah.
She's also taking a break.
Yeah.
No way.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, "No way!" I was about to make that video. Yeah.
Oh, so you copied Lauren.
I didn't copy her, but we're also on the same wavelength apparently.
Well, wait. How long were you and Roy filming together?
10 years, I think, or like 9 years, maybe.
Well,
I don't know.
let's get there because I have a list of questions. But
Yeah.
guys, I'm gonna call you guys out again. I refuse to be the only one speaking on this podcast.
It's
What?
hard to
You're-
speak
yeah.
over you.
Yeah.
You're taking over.
Because
You don't let them.
I could
Yeah.
run this as a one-man show. I know what to do to make this great. If
But-
y'all want to step in, step in.
not
we
trying
gotta give him a
Talk
chance.
All right,
We're thinking
all
about
right.
audio
Watch
wise.
this, Watch this.
We're
watch
thinking
this,
about
watch
audio
this.
overlaying.
You have 60 seconds of silence from me to see where you guys take this. Ready? Go.
How's it being friends with Yusuf? For how long have you known him?
Oh, it's a long time.
Yeah, you've known. When I first moved here, you said he was your best friend. First
Yeah.
time I met him was on a plane jumping out of it.
Oh, what?
Oh, really?
You remember that when we went skydiving?
Yeah,
You
we've been
skydived
friends for a
with
long
Fuzi?
time.
How do you deal with, since we're starting this venture with him, what advice would you give us with working
Warning.
with him?
It's just
Honesty.
a lot.
He wants
it's
honesty.
a lot. Just know it's a lot. It's gonna be a lot of like he's gonna pump you up, and then sometimes you gotta pump him up. You gotta get him ready, and he stresses out about the little things a lot. So
Oh, haven't noticed that at
he used
all.
to say, "Don't sweat the small stuff," but he sweats the small stuff. He's like, "Oh, the mic's not working, the light's not doing."
He was just doing that.
Yeah.
Any advice for like when he's too hyped or too overbearing?
No,
this a
it's like
therapy
a,
session now?
it's like a. You just gotta let him do what he does. Just go with the flow. You can't.
Me and
really
Alex have
control
gotten
it.
in. Well, I think it was 60 seconds. Me and Alex have gotten into a couple of fights in our relationship.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Well, never because I was mad. Yeah, you're always the one mad, and then we gotta figure it out.
Do we want to talk about them?
Do you remember them?
I think I might remember one. I remember two. The first one, and I want to clarify this. Everyone till this day thinks that I had a crush on Lauren, and the reason I got mad at their relationship is because Alex got with her.
Yeah.
That wasn't true.
Wait, were you there for?
That was not true.
It's just like whenever a YouTuber has a female in their videos, they automatically ship them, and that's what was happening.
But here's why I got mad. Me, Alex, and Lauren, they were my first best friends in LA. We hung out every day. All three of us got massages in my apartment one time. We were called ourselves Lawyer. We were like the crew.
Is that weird to get? Wait, massages
No, they were in a separate
like a
room.
train? Oh, okay.
I should have known it then when they were in a massage in their own room and I was in the living room. But out of nowhere, they get together. But here's the catch. They didn't tell me.
What, they didn't tell you that they were official?
Yes, they kept it a secret.
But I feel like that was pretty obvious, though, right?
Not to me. They never. To me, they remain civil
Whoa.
and friendly. And then Alex starts vlogging, and then their relationship starts, and I find out that way. So I was hurt. I was like, "We're best friends." Enough talking about me. Let's get into the whole horcrux of what this podcast is. So this is called Gotta Get It. We want to dive in to the whys of the creators' minds.
Yeah.
So the first question I have for you, Alex Wassabi. What made you want to get started on YouTube?
So I was in high school, and Roy was always like, teach yourself everything. He taught himself how to play guitar, ukulele, drums, piano, like technology, editing, all that stuff. And he taught himself all that stuff. And then he lived down the street from me, and we were hanging out. Filipino families always hang out. And he was like, hey, I got my dad's camera. You wanna make some videos? And I was like, yeah. And he made a couple videos with friends before that. And then I was like, yeah, sure. So then we started making videos, and then I started like writing videos, and then I was like, oh, we should do this. Oh, this would be funny. Oh, so then eventually I became the writer. He became the editor. And there was actually like 8 of us at the beginning, but then the rest dropped off because they wanted to do sports and talk to girls, and
School.
me and Roy, in school, and me and Roy just like had a passion for it, so we just
8
kept
would have
going
been a
and going.
disaster.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I mean, I was there. I was part of the 8 in the beginning. But I didn't,
good choice of
Hey!
out the rest
I didn't even
of it.
remember
Good
that. I don't
choice.
remember
I
who was
did-
in it. There's a
I was
lot
in
of
a
people.
couple of his videos, and I just remember I was like, man, there's no way this is going to take off. I was
Look
like, I
at
need
him
to
now.
focus on school. I need to do this. And then I remember I was at my grandparents once, and he gave me a phone call. He's like, that video we did just hit 1 million views. And I was like, 1 million? Who's watching YouTube? And then all of a sudden, he's like, we got our first check. And I'm like,
Yeah.
All right, so to give the viewers context, what year was this?
Oh, we were doing it for fun for like, when we started?
Yeah.
Oh, 2006, January.
Wow.
Beginning of 2006.
but you guys didn't start making
Well,
money.
I know, 2005 actually. Sometime in 2005 we were making videos.
Wow.
But we joined YouTube on. We only joined YouTube because it was like a storage space for our videos, so we can like send a link to our family and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
here's our
Watch
video."
this, yeah.
You started
And then
authentically.
We didn't even know people could go and watch it because we didn't know how they were finding it, because we were like, "What?" We didn't know there was a search engine and stuff, and YouTube started building up slowly. And then after 5 years of doing it for fun, for free, then YouTube was like, "Oh, it's a job now. We can put ads on your videos." And since we were already making videos and getting millions of views,
Wow.
I have a great story that I tell everybody.
Okay.
All right, so I've told this story to so many people, and I remember telling Alex for the first time. He's like, really? And I was like, yeah. So we went to the same community college together, and me and Alex were very, very poor. We didn't have any money. So
our family had money. We
Our
didn't. I
family
mean,
had-
had a little bit of money.
we
didn't
were
have
just
money.
like broke college kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were in the library one time, and I was just like, let me get the keys. And I was like, why? He's like, I'm going to go look for change in the car, under the seats, in the cracks of the car, like everywhere to buy candy from the vending machine.
Wow.
This dude was scavenging for like
We did that all the time. I saved coins and then went to the coin machine to get dollar bills all the time.
50 cents,
Wow.
quarter, anything. Like if we saw something on the floor, we'd go grab it right away.
Yeah.
But now this dude is like,
A multimillionaire.
he tips people like, just tips them crazy amounts of money just for no reason.
He bought my car.
Did what?
I mean, technically, I work for him, so it's like,
Oh.
Oh, I guess that's
Right,
true.
right.
Did I buy anybody else's car in this podcast?
Oh yeah, he bought my car, dude.
yeah. Fuzi,
Hey,
you're
you gotta buy
next.
Fuzi's-
What's up? My birthday's on January 22nd. What's good?
You used to have just as much money as me.
No, I'm going to say something. Remember that surprise I had in episode 2 that I never said?
Are you gonna not say it again?
I'm going to say it right now.
Wait.
This isn't my big announcement. For those of you who follow me personally, I'm making the biggest announcement of my career on January 22nd, my birthday.
You haven't
But-
told us?
No. But this is completely separate. Remember in episode 2 at the end, I was like, I have a surprise?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What did you do?
Uh-oh.
Well, you got me a
You
car?
got that look.
I bought a car.
Oh.
I bought a new car.
Wait, what car?
I can't say
Is
it.
it outside?
What? Ferrari?
it's not here.
Did you just copy?
What?
But mine has a story to it. I went from a Ferrari and then I went down to a Toyota CHR. So after 2 years to finally be able to get myself a nice car, it's so meaningful
Yeah.
and impactful for me.
Are you gonna tell us what it is?
No,
Another Ferrari?
no.
I think I know what it is.
It's a Porsche.
What?
Because remember in that third podcast, you were like, I'm going to get you a Tesla. I'm going to get you a Tesla. I'm going to get you a Tesla.
So what do you think?
You got yourself a Tesla.
You think so?
But
You
which
got
one?
Probably a Tesla X. You like big cars.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see.
What was before the Ferrari?
The BMW 435i.
What was your first car?
A Honda Accord.
Toyota
That's the one I
Camry
lost.
was
That's the
mine.
one I lost my
Me too.
virginity.
Honda Accord.
Oh.
Yeah. His too.
Mine too.
Mine was
You lost
a
your
Toyota-
virginity in a Honda Accord?
No.
He
that's
still has his virginity.
Oh.
That was my first car.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were still a virgin. I'm
So
sorry.
Honda Accord,
Nothing wrong
Toyota
with that.
Camry. What'd you have?
I had a Toyota Corolla.
Was that your first car? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's first car is like a.
All right. Anyways, I just wanted to say that.
Dang.
So when it comes in about March, because I got a couple of upgrades for it, we'll talk about it.
Well, you got
let me
the
just
nice
say congrats on the
Thank
new
you.
car.
Congrats.
Thank you. Now back to Alex Wassabi.
All right, Dan.
Alex, so you've been in this game for 15 years.
Almost.
Let's just round up. okay. It's very hard to do anything for that amount of time. Anything, especially a job as demanding, because people think being a YouTuber and a social media influencer is easy, not understanding that it's a 24/7 job and it's very mentally taxing.
Yeah.
What kept you motivated for those 15 years?
I really just wanted to make people happy. Like, even in school, I was a class clown. I failed a lot of
Yeah.
classes because I was just always trying to make everybody laugh. Even the teacher would be laughing while she's writing my detention slip. Like, and it was my passion. I just loved it. I don't know why. I just loved it. And then YouTube gave me the opportunity to have a bigger audience so I could make people laugh. And then that just never stopped getting bigger and bigger. So now I'm like making a bunch of people laugh, like millions of people laugh. So I have there's 4.5 billion people have watched the videos.
It's insane.
Yeah, so I think that's just what kept going. And then once money came into the picture, then that's where it was still fun, but that's where I was like, oh, I gotta be serious. And then eventually enough money got in there where I'm like, oh, I gotta take care of my family. Oh, I gotta take care of my friends. I gotta do this thing. So
if you were to answer me in one answer, what is your why? What makes you wake up every morning and even on the days you don't want to do it, say, I have to do it? Is it the making people laugh? Is it wanting to support your family? What is it?
Well, at the beginning, it was wanting to make people laugh. And at the end, it was also that. But then the stress came from putting everybody on my back. So, I mean, it was both those reasons. Those are the main two reasons.
Are they still those reasons?
Yeah. It's not sad.
Aaron's a baby.
Aaron's so emotional.
I'm getting emotional.
You know, growing up, there was an ongoing joke because I did so bad in school that I was gonna live in his attic.
Whoa.
And I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be like Uncle Jesse. Save me the basement or the attic,
Whoa.
and I'm gonna move in there." And then it's not the same. It's not like
I
that
was
anymore.
planning on being a doctor. Like I was doing medical school and stuff,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that stressed me out. And then he's actually the reason I got onto YouTube.
Yeah.
He came to Charlotte, and he's the one who actually came up with Lazy Ron.
Wow.
Started my
Dang.
first YouTube URL, everything. He's the one who's
Damn.
like posting videos
Speaking about
online.
YouTube URL, something else that I did yesterday while you guys were sleeping, I secured our official URL for YouTube, which is now youtube.com/gottagetitpodcast.
Okay, first off, you don't know if we're sleeping, but yay!
Wait, is our Twitter still suspended?
Yeah, I got it suspended.
What'd you do?
It'll come back soon.
So it asked me to put a birthday.
Yeah.
So I put the birthday that we launched the first episode, and I got it suspended immediately, and it said you're under 13 years old. You're not allowed to
We're
be on
under
this
a year
platform."
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, working with Alex, I've been your assistant for what, year and a half, 2 years ish, right?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Seeing him figure out his why recently has been kind of rough. Like,
Whoa,
He's
can you
done-
expand on that?
yeah. So he's done the making millions of people laugh.
Yeah.
He's taken care of his friends, family, everything. So
Bought
now,
his family a house.
now he's
bought
got to
his brother
figure
a
out.
car.
He's got to figure out why he wants to do it for himself.
Yeah.
And in the last year, I think I've kind of seen him kind of in this loop of trying to figure that out and trying to pivot or even a little depressed. And
Whoa.
that's where we're trying to kind of come up from right now.
I will say one big thing that I've noticed that's helped a lot as far as him coming from not knowing what he wants to do to what he wants to do is Lexi. I know we're going to talk about that later.
We're going to talk about that later.
But she is one of the most I've been there through most of your girlfriends, and I've never ever seen a girlfriend as committed, motivated. She literally will tell Alex to get up, hey, we gotta film, we gotta work, but she doesn't do it to where it's for the money. She's I know you want to do this, and
She's
here
a
to help
gotta
you.
getter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody hustles harder than
Bro.
Lexi.
Yeah.
And that's
Such
it.
a hustler.
Like
she does-
best
she works a lot.
girlfriend 100% motivate all around.
Thumbs up this video if you want to see us bring Lexi onto the Gotta Get It podcast.
Ooh.
And I was a little sketch in the beginning.
Yeah.
But like she's
too.
and she hasn't even talked to me. It's from me seeing her actions.
I was shocked.
Right?
Everybody
Me
thought
and
it was
Lexi
fake.
have been friends for years.
Everybody
and
was shocked.
Alex was never even close with Lexi like that.
Came out of nowhere.
And everyone always thought I was sleeping and hooking up with Lexi. We've never done anything. Not even kissed, Alex. Not even kissed. But one day I get a FaceTime.
It wasn't his choice.
Did she say I tried?
No, but you probably would have. If
probably-
she gave you some hints, you would have been like, "Oh, I'm on it."
I didn't even try.
Not even once.
Not even once.
Not even thought about it.
Oh, I thought about it.
Your face.
Why are you turning red?
Sorry. But I get a FaceTime from Lexi. And I'm like, oh, what does she want? And I answer, and she's like, hey. And then she moves the camera, and Alex is there.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And Alex is smiling, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like just smiling and giggling, and I'm like, y'all are lying right now. This is not true. And they're like, no, it's true. Can I say the story?
We recorded it. Can you put it on the screen?
No, we're not doing
we can't
that.
do that. Yeah.
And then I said, if it's true, kiss right now. They looked at each other and kissed. And this is before they became public, and I went crazy. I was like, what?
Dang.
Well, we're going to get to Lexi. We're going to get to Lexi's conversation. I'm kind of the moderator here, so I ask the questions. And a question that I personally want to hear, even though I was there with you through it all, you and Roy were together the whole time. Like, what was the channel's original name?
Oi, it's Roy.
Huh?
And then for like the first couple of years, it was Oi, it's Roy.
And then
And then we changed it to Wassabi Productions.
Wassabi Productions. And now?
Now it's Wassabi.
You know, a lot of the times people say don't mix business and friendship. But you guys were able to do it so successfully for so long.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people, even though you probably, like, you told everybody about the breakup, y'all did your emotional goodbyes. But what caused the rift? What happened?
It's just like Smosh and like every duo you ever hear of, like NSYNC, like everybody, what was the Camila Cabello's group? Fifth Harmony. Yeah, like it's just a lot to work together and be friends, because when you're working together, you want like, then you get off of work and then you're chilling, and if you live together, then you're like living together, and it's just nonstop. You seeing each other, and like usually when you see your friends, you see them in like a fun atmosphere. It's like no stress. You just got off work. You're like, oh, I want to leave that away, and you go to hang out with your friends. But with us, we're like every time we saw each other, it was like, oh, we gotta work. Oh. So we related like work to like each other, and then we were stressing, and I was stressing writing, he was stressing editing, and so we just started relating to each other to stress, I think. So then after 10 years of that, it was a lot, but it got to the point where like we were like, are we coworkers or friends? Like it was confusing, but afterwards we're better friends than we've ever been.
You are now,
Yeah.
but
A couple years after the breakup, it was a little weird.
yeah, that's what I want to know about.
Yeah.
Like, why after you guys decided to break up, did you guys like sort of start like beefing in a sense?
Well, it was scary. It's scary because he was leaving, and I was like, I understand that's scary, but he put so much work into the channel, and then we just, I don't know if I've ever said this before. We were going back and forth on the channel, and then it just got to the point where he was like, hey, I think I'm gonna go to my own channel and figure this out. And I was like, oh, okay, because in one of his vlogs, I guess I can say this because it was his vlog, yeah. So in one of his vlogs, he was stressed out, and he said that 90% of Wassabi was all him, and he does all the work and stuff. And then I called him because he was like in Florida or something, and I was like, hey, I'm getting all these tweets, everybody's like hating me, like why did you say that? And he's like, oh, LOL, I didn't know you even watched my vlogs. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I just got so many tweets about it, like I'm gonna know about it. And he was like, oh, let's talk when we get back. And then we went to go eat, and he was like, hey man, so I think I want to like go off on my own. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, I completely understand. Like, I know like we've been stressing out and we have creative differences. And since he was the editor, it's hard for him to see that writing was just as hard as editing, because his took hours, but mine, like I could write a script in a couple hours, but it's all the thinking before and all the coming up with stuff for 10 years. That's a lot to come up with something new that you haven't done again and again and again. So it was hard for him to see that I was doing just as much work as him, just differently. So we meet up and he's like, I'm leaving. I was like, cool. And he's like, I was like, what are you going to do? He's like, I think I'm going to gaming. I was like, cool. And he's like, what are you going to do? I was like, I'm gonna keep the channel going, like Wassabi. And he's like, but I'm shutting it down. And I was like, no, you're not. I own 50% of the company. Why would I shut it down? What are you talking about? Like I would buy you out. And then he was like, what? Like, but you're gonna go on without me? And I was like, what? It's a multi-million-dollar company. You want me to shut it down? I don't understand. But he was just coming from a place where he was like scared, and it's like we were siblings pretty much because we were working together for so long that he was like, oh, like if I don't get it, you don't get it. But it was not like he wasn't trying to like do anything bad. It was just a weird time. Like we were both young. We're in a new state on the other side of the country, away from our families and friends. So everything that happened was understandable. It just took us a couple of years to realize that like we're not gonna throw away this friendship just because we are like it was a lot. But there's
serious.
I know.
Yeah. Would you say that now looking back after all the years and your friendship being as good as it is, you guys made the right decision splitting up?
Yeah, I think it's yeah, definitely. Like I'm sure if we go back, he would want to do it again, and I would be like, yeah, like completely understand. Like I wish it wasn't such so many emotions involved, because like we lost a couple of years of friendship because I don't remember how long, like 2 or 3 years, because it was just weird feelings. But now that we're older and like we've thought about it and we're like, wow, like that's so crazy. Like we were kids, we made crazy decisions, and like we're making life decisions at like 22. That like, so it was a lot. Yeah.
Dang, it's great. So, question. So, you guys, is there anything you think you could have done, or you guys could have done, to make Wassabi last longer?
Yeah, I definitely could have written more, but my ADHD was hard. It helped me write scripts, like the craziest scripts. Like people would watch and be like, I can't believe that happened. Who would even think of that to happen next? And like stuff like that. But
excuse me for asking, but how long have you known that you have ADHD?
Since senior year of high school.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I was like, Dad, like I gotta go to the doctor. I gotta see what's going on. And then they diagnosed me, and then they gave me some pills, but I never took pills in my life. And like I was like, I had a panic attack the first time I took like Adderall or something, whatever they gave me, and I never took it again. But I should have taken it, because I started taking it like recently, or like this year, or no, like the end of last year, and it's life changing. I'm like,
you're on
my
pills
gosh,
right now?
yeah. It's just to help me focus. And I just think I was like, maybe the first dose was too much and it scared me, so I didn't try it again for like 10 years.
Well, the thing with medicine, I've been taking them for 10 years.
Yeah.
Whenever you get on a new medicine, the side effects are wild until like, oh man, we're going to save that for a different episode, but they're wild. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And then like, there's a lot of my friends are like, oh yeah, I've been taking antidepressants, I take these, I take this, and I'm like, oh, and like they take what I'm taking, and I'm like, oh, what? I don't know why I had such a bad experience the first time, and I just was like, no, I'm not taking pills.
So Kanye says his bipolar like disorder is like his superpower. Would you say the same about your ADHD?
I think that I used to think that it was, because I was like, oh, like I write the craziest scripts, like Richard Orlando, those are the craziest characters on YouTube at the time, and I had to write for both of them, and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta get into this mind and then this mind, and then Roy brought Orlando to life, and he was just really good at that, and I was like, oh, so it helped, and I thought the pills might take that away from me, and that's another reason why I didn't take pills for so long. But now taking it now, I'm like, wow, like it just organizes it's like I had a bunch of ideas, all this crazy stuff, and it just organizes it all and prioritizes it, so I can like say what it is. And when I talked to the doctor, he said ADHD is the lack of what's the happy endorphins to the front of the brain.
Serotonin?
Yeah. No, I think endorphins.
Okay.
So he said ADHD is a lack of attention to the forward part of the brain, which is the focusing part. And since you don't have that, it's like scattered everywhere. So the medicine I take brings the endorphins to the front, and then I'm able to I'm like, okay, I have time for this. Oh, I can do that tomorrow. Oh, I should do this now. Oh, all this stuff. And it just makes me realize like, oh, I gotta get this done today. Oh, I need to get this done now.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
as your friend,
Yeah.
as you being a creator with so much influence and power that you have, the fact that you're using your voice and opening up about a mental illness and your struggle and what you're like, what you take, that's super commendable, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
It's crazy though. Like thinking about it, like when I was growing up, like I knew something because we'd be doing something and all of a sudden his mind would just be like completely somewhere else. But when he was younger, he was able to use it. If it makes sense. Like he was saying in the early videos, like I would be, when I first started making videos, I was like, okay, I got to structure it. This, and this. And then I'd ask him for help. And then he'd get from here to here to here to here. And it would be so funny and make sense. And I was like, how does your mind work? Like, how are you able to do this? So I could see it as a superpower, but being somebody on the outside versus like being like Alex, like on the inside, like I can see how it was hindering him a little bit. I don't know. I'm getting chills from how much you're opening up.
I love it.
I love it too.
I've always wanted Alex to like. Alex has always been Wassabi. I've always wanted. Can I say your last name?
Yeah.
I've always wanted Alex to show the world Alex Burris. Like just, and now I think you're stepping into that. That pivot that you're talking about. I think it's gonna be Alex stepping into who he really is behind the persona. Behind the, hey guys, welcome back to another Wassabi. You know, like all that stuff. Like he's finally like coming in tune with who he is as a person, as opposed to who his persona is.
Yeah. I've actually done like so many podcasts in all these years, especially when I moved to California. I've done so many podcasts. Like I've done, Logan had me on his podcast, Roy had me on his podcast. Like I've done, this is the first one I've done medicated. Where I'm like, so I'm able to like, and it's the one where you guys know me more than like Logan knows me. So he was asking me general questions, but you guys are asking like,
you can be honest. This is the best podcast you've ever been on.
Right?
Like,
can you say that?
You could say
record?
that. Yeah. Can we just say like Gotta Get It is the best podcast
right
on the internet?
you guys should get like a Gotta Get It.
Hey.
Well, you can buy it for us from the checks that you get from YouTube and the legacy views you get, or the 100 brand deals you
Gotta
do a
Get It
year.
is the #1 podcast in the world.
Lock and loaded.
I don't know about universe because I've never been anywhere but Earth, but definitely the world.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll take it.
Before we move on, I do have one question. I feel like a lot of people are going to comment this.
Okay.
As someone who's been through, like, had a career with, like, your friends and stuff, and I've done this with your friends and see them all the time, and then now, like, going through, like, the ups and downs. With me, Yusuf, and JP are friends.
Yeah.
And we started this channel together. Like, do you have any advice so that we don't, like, go through that crash or that, like, split up? Because I don't want to lose them for, like, years.
Make sure somebody's not doing more than the other one. Like, but like, so you do the socials, and then they did the audio and the camera. They actually built this, and like they built the whole room actually. So like, so there's a make sure that you guys are all doing just doing your stuff.
No, hey, the good thing with us is I think it all comes down to communication. Yeah. And honesty. We've been very honest and vulnerable. And our first conversation, I think it was Aaron, he sat us down and said, look, this is the hardest conversation we're going to have, but if we can get past this, we're good. Let's talk about percentages and finances. Yeah. And we did that right away. And I think we're good. We're on a team. Yeah. And I'm the one who actually, like, the stuff that I'm doing, I'm just teasing them about. I thought it would be funny, like, to open up the thing like that, Yusuf being a diva wearing glasses. But, like, I actually requested to do that stuff because I'm passionate about it. Did I not?
Is that funny though? I'm joking. I'm kidding.
Let me know if the beginning comedy bit we did was funny. I hope you guys didn't take that serious and understand that like that was a planned like skit.
I'm excited to see the people who like like when people first start watching a video and then they comment before watching like, the whole video.
I hate that, man.
Like, you gotta see the whole context. You can't take it out of context.
There was the last episode we talked about something and then somebody commented the question. Like, as if we didn't talk about it. Like, did you not watch the video? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, anyways, watch it all the way through.
This is not about us. This is about our guest, Alex frickin' Wassabi. So let me get to the next question.
Okay, wait. Before we get to the next question, I want to talk about Roy again.
Ooh.
I told you the struggles, but I want you to know that, like, Roy is, like, he's one of the best guys I know. Like, I love Roy. I would die for Roy. I would die for everybody here. Oh, well. I would take half of the hit for a JB. Like if we both lost a leg, then so be it. Like, I would lose a leg for you. Okay, there you go. But I just love Roy and like all the love to him.
We should have Roy on one time, but that dude, his work ethic.
Thumbs up if you want to see Roy Guava Juice on the Gotta Get It podcast. Also, tweet him and let him know that you want to see him on the podcast. If there's any guest you want on there, you guys can support us by tweeting them and saying, "We'd love you on the Gotta Get It podcast," and sending the YouTube link, because we can only grow if you guys help us to grow. So please help us grow.
You're really good at that.
I'm a marketing genius, Aaron.
Ronnie told me that. She's like, Yusuf was made for social media or something. Yeah, he's good at it.
All right, Alex.
Yeet.
Can I get deeper?
Yeah, we're pretty deep. How much deeper
Yeah,
does it go?
I'm getting goosebumps already.
That's what she said.
All right.
All right, Michael Scott.
I had to. What was, and it might be what you're going through right now, I don't know. What was the lowest moment in your career?
It's hard to say because in the moment you think that's the lowest moment. So like when me and Roy broke up, I was like, oh, this is the lowest moment. When me and Lauren broke up, lowest moment. I think now is one of the most important because like I'm like figuring out, like I never think about myself. I'm like, oh, I gotta, like I bought 7 to 9 cars in my life, and I've only ever owned 2 cars because I'm like, oh, don't think about myself. So now I'm like taking a break. I'm thinking about myself, and it's weird, and I don't even know if I like myself. But I'm figuring it out.
Wait. You just threw that out there as if we're not gonna.
You pulled a
Are you
Yusuf.
serious?
Well, like I've been like noticing things. Like I'm like, man, I like criticize a lot, or like not. I mean, I don't know. It's just like if I know how to do something and somebody else is doing that and they're doing it wrong, like I can't hold myself back from telling them how to do it. And like I'm like, oh, you gotta do it like this, because I'm always in like, gotta fix it, gotta do this, I gotta do this for everybody. So
But
there's
that
a lot
could be
of things
seen as you helping them.
Yeah, but it's also like naggy. Like people, I give advice that like people didn't ask for, and I'm like, there's little things like that where I'm like, oh, I gotta like.
This is so dope. So you're starting to see your flaws.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice like, oh, like because I used all my free time thinking about work, and now I don't have to think about work, and I'm starting to think about other things, and I'm like, man, I really gotta fix this better. I want to be more of the person that people come to when they're hurt or they need advice, instead of they're like, oh, I don't want to talk to Alex, he's just gonna give me his opinion and push it on me. And there's little things like that where I'm like, wow,
That's the gotta get it mentality.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
You know what I regret? When I lived in 1600 Vine, paying $13,500 a month in the penthouse by myself, and that was the highest point of my career.
Yeah.
Alex would come into my apartment every day and be like, yo, I have an idea, let's collab. And I would say, nah, I don't want to do it.
Really?
I didn't want to do it. Do you remember that?
No. I mean, I asked you a lot, so I knew there was gonna be a lot of no's. I was like, hey, let's do this.
No, but it was always no. Like if I had the gotta get it mentality back then, we could have killed the game together.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all supposed to live together at one point, but somebody.
Oh, can we tell a juicy story, Alex?
Yeah.
Alex is actually mad at me still since those days.
Since 1600?
And guess who it deals with?
Lauren?
And I'm gonna expose myself on this, but screw it. Logan Paul.
Oh, I remember this story.
I mean, yeah, you can.
I like the way Alex tells it. I've heard
Do
it
you
from
wanna
both
tell
of
it or
you.
no?
I can tell you.
Yeah, let Alex tell
it's
it.
Just so
Let me start it off.
Okay, go ahead.
So I lived in apartment A. Alex and Aaron lived in apartment B. Jake and Logan lived in apartment 3. Same hallway.
Mark
There was somebody
and Logan.
in
It was Mark
between
and
us,
Logan.
wasn't there?
Mark, Logan, and Jake. There was nobody between us. I promise you.
There was that weird
There's
door
Juanpo,
between
isn't
us.
it?
There was no weird door between us. I promise you.
That was my second door. I had 2 doors. Remember?
Oh,
Dang, you got 2 doors.
And when Logan started his YouTube career, he texted Alex and I for advice on how to start a YouTube career. We were the first people he texted. But now Alex has this story that I forgot about, because I don't remember it happening, but I want him to share it because people want us to open up with the truth. I read the comments. So Alex, expose me.
All right. So Logan, I remember Logan was just the friend that he always had his door open. We all just always went over there. We just went in whenever we wanted, and we got like we all became really good friends because we all stayed on the floor. And he found out, like, we were talking about our work one day, and he was like on Vine or Instagram or something. I think Vine was dead, and he was like on Instagram, and he was like, yo man, I'm starting to think about getting into daily vlogging. And I was like, oh yeah, do it, man. Like you're so hardworking, you could kill it. Like for vlogging every day, you just need like energy and motivation, and you already got that. So do it. Everything you touch, you kill. So like do it. And then I came over to Yusuf's house, and I was like, yo, hey, Logan said he wants to do this, and he's like a really hardworking guy, and everything he touches, he works really hard for it. I think I should like take him under my wing, teach him some stuff, and like it'll be cool, and like we can work together, and like he could be like my little protege. It'll be fun. And then Yusuf was like, what? No, don't bring the Viners and Instagrammers into YouTube. We already have enough competition. And I was like, you don't think so? But I think he's gonna do really good. And Yusuf was like, no, man, just don't do that. Just focus on yourself. And just keep it YouTube. And I was like, okay. Within a year, #1 vlogger in the world. This guy. I was like, man.
Hey, at least we inspired all of them to start YouTube.
We
People
did.
don't know that. Because
Yeah.
we were in the building running around with our cameras.
Yeah.
They saw us doing that daily. They saw our airport incident. Remember that incident? We inspired these kids.
I actually went to, I remember going over to Logan's, and it was like a daily thing. I just walk in like, hey, Logan, hi, hey, what's up? What's happening? And Juanpa was in there, and I didn't know Juanpa that well. And then, so Logan's like, I'll be right back. And he went downstairs, and me and Juanpa started talking, and he was like, oh yeah, I do this, like Mexico. And I was like, cool. And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, you like YouTube? You like that's all you do? That pays the bills? I was like, yeah, man. I just did a brand deal and he was like, don't mind if I hope you don't mind if I ask, but like how much do you make on YouTube? I was like, oh, this month I got X amount. And he's like, Logan, Logan, come here. And he's like, he said he made this much this month. And I was like, guys, that's what I make every month without brand deals. Wow. And he was like, what? And then immediutely they were like, we got to get on YouTube. Yeah. And then they did. And they killed again. They're still killing it.
Yeah.
Funniest guy I know, bro.
What the hell was funny about that?
You just laughed so many times. You didn't see the storytelling when he said when he was telling your guys' story. His facial expression looked just like yours.
God.
It was okay. I will say that Yusuf at 1600 has changed a lot. Like I don't want to say you were one like. What's the like not open-minded? What's the opposite of open-minded?
Closed-minded.
Closed-minded, of course. So you're like a little like you were set in your ways.
Yeah.
Like you were like, I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this. But this year or like the past few years, you ask for opinions, and like when you first started asking for opinions, I was kind of like, this isn't the same Yusuf that we knew back then. Like you've grown. Like how old were we? Like you were 26. So it's been like 4 or 5 years. You've grown up so much since that, and I know like July 15th and all that stuff happened, and like
that's what caused the grow up.
Like it's crazy the mindset.
We're
I
gonna
feel like
we're gonna get there. We're gonna have an episode on me. Actually, I was gonna ask you guys if it's okay. My birthday's on January 22nd, and my biggest announcement is on that day. Can our next podcast be about my next announcement?
Well, the next podcast we have. Well, I have something special planned. But yes,
is it for my birthday?
I don't know. Maybe. But yes, you can do that.
Now back to Alex Wassabi, our guest. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Alex, for being here.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Yes.
Don't look.
Oh.
I told you before we started, I said, I have a juicy question for you. And he said, what is it? And I was like, I'm not going to tell you. And he said, you like interviewers always tell what the questions are so we can know what to say. I didn't tell him. I'm going to ask you this. And I'm going to ask every YouTuber this who comes on this show. But you're the first guest, so I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
You've shown the internet everything.
Yeah.
Every relationship, every breakup, every family thing, everything. Was there ever a time, a video, a thing that you did, a thing you bought somebody, anything that you did for the sole intentions of knowing it would get views and not for the intention of actually wanting to do it for the good in your heart?
No, I knew it would get views, but it started, like, I wanted to do that, and it came to me as an idea to do that because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to make that person happy, but filming it was just a bonus. I'm like, oh, I can film it too, but I would have, like, got my parents a house. I would have gotten him a car. I probably wouldn't have put an axe in his first car.
Multiple times and a hammer.
Yeah, I wouldn't have destroyed his first car, but I would have done all these things because that's what I was striving to do. Like, I was trying to give back to, like, my parents and to my friends, and, like, if I had money, like, my crew has money, and that's what it was.
I feel it.
So
Okay, I'm gonna ask every YouTuber that, because there are a lot of YouTubers who do stuff and it looks like you're the nicest person ever.
Just for the views.
Just for the views.
Like TikTok, that's what it's full of.
Oh my god!
Like-
they think my pranks are fake. Do you guys see how fake the pranks are on TikTok?
Like the actors,
and they
I'm
get
like-
millions
Pretty
of
bad.
views, and people are laughing in the comments. And I'm like, are y'all dumb? Actually, I'm thinking of starting the show on FouseyTube, where I tell people to submit pranks on YouTube. I watch them and I tell the audience if they're fake or real, and I explain why, because I would know. But then I think the person who made that prank is gonna get hella pissed and be like, "Hey, you piece of crap! Mine's not fake." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, it is. Like, I know.
Yeah, dude, you're fine. You should do that, but we should talk about that on another. Man,
I know."
we have so many good topics to
yeah.
talk about. I brought this up earlier.
Wait. By the way, people always complain about how many cuts we have in our podcast. Alex has taken 4 bathroom breaks in this episode.
I drink a lot of water. Like I drink at minimum a gallon a day. So I drink in the morning. I drink half a gallon, and then the rest of the day I drink like the other half.
Just so you guys know, we do read your comments, and we love
Every comment.
the criticism, the constructive criticism.
All 5 comments they read.
Hey.
We get more than 5. We get
Hey, this is the 3rd episode. How many comments you get? A lot.
We get a lot.
quite
Oh,
a
that's
bit.
good, that's
But
good.
we
Dog,
want the
our
comments.
podcast is banging. Episode
doing
1 got
great.
50,000 views. Episode
what?
2 in 24 hours got 20,000 views.
You
That's
just said we're
good.
the best in the universe.
You
so
are the
I mean,
best.
Dog, we're killing it.
That's good.
This podcast is gonna blow up.
I believe it.
And the dopest thing about it, me, Aaron, had a conversation with Ronnie about it yesterday. The listeners and the viewers we're getting are gonna be the loyal ones who ride with us
Day
the entire
one.
podcast. Like when the Gotta Get It merch comes out, they're gonna be the ones to buy it first because they're that loyal.
Okay, but I have
Nobody caught that plug. All right, Aaron, go.
So I brought it up earlier, and I'm like, I've been invested in your life quite a bit. It's probably because I'm your brother and stuff. But I will say, I think my favorite part of this year and the end of last year is Lexi. Like, just, it's great. The fact that you're texting me before I wake up, which I have been waking up later because I'm training for a marathon. But the fact... What's wrong?
Nothing. Keep going.
But the fact that you're up and you have this gotta get it mentality, you're like asking, like, hey, when are we gonna run? Because he's been training with me, me and Matt, and and I just know it's Lexi. He's cooking dinner at night with her. This dude doesn't even know how to cook. I mean, for the most part, he watches her, but he's learning.
There you go.
He's learning.
She cooks.
Wow.
The fact that she's pushing him to grow up.
It's crazy.
Talk to us.
It's true because
Talk
she's
to
like,
us.
she's just so motivated. It's crazy. And she's so cute, but she's motivated as well. She wakes up and like, usually she wakes me up fully ready. She's already ready. I didn't even know she got out of bed, and then she's like, "Hey, I gotta go," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then she leaves, and I'm like, "All right, I can't be like just
Yeah.
like a hobo. So I gotta get to work." So then I get up and I'm like thinking, "Oh, what do I gotta do? I gotta work out." So I always wake up and work out as soon as she leaves. And then she comes back, like whenever she comes back at night, and then we talk about our day. And she's like, "Oh, I have this tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, let me get my to-do list out. What do I do tomorrow? Okay, I gotta do my laundry. I'm on a break right now, okay?" So it's just really like, it's crazy. Like she's just going, and she's been in the game forever too, and she's
Yeah.
still like fire.
Well, y'all are polar opposites, so how does that work?
That's what it would look like. Like if you looked at her and you didn't know either of us, you'd be like, "Oh, the Disney kid got with
Virgin legs.
the twerk queen." Yeah. So it's weird, but our personalities are pretty similar. Like we're both just like, we know what we want. Well, I'm figuring that out, but she knows what she wants, and we both like work hard. We both have similar humor. We're both like still kids, like at heart, and we just get along perfectly. Like, it's
Can I share
crazy.
something with you?
Yeah.
So before y'all got together, when I was still doing stupid, dumb videos on FouseyTube because I didn't know what I was doing last year, I went to her house to record a video. And she was talking to me about her guy problems. And she was like, "Man, guys ain't shit. Like, they don't know what they want. They don't know this. They don't know that." And now she's with you. And she's into you hard.
It's both ways.
Like, when we were hanging out at the Halloween night, oh my God, my man's so sexy. Oh my God, look at him.
Yeah,
oh my
they're
God, I
gross.
can't wait to do this. Like, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what spell you cast on her, but she's into you. And I haven't seen Lexi do that to a guy since I've known her.
Yeah. I think she's just the guys she's been with are like LA guys. So like they're like, oh, like how can I use her to get ahead? Or like they're just like, if they have to throw her under the bus, they will. But like I didn't live here at the beginning. I kind of got infected by the LA thing, but I'm figuring that out. And so it's cool because like, and she's from Sacramento, so it's just, we're just not from LA. LA is rough. Like everybody uses everybody. Nobody wants to be your friend unless they can get something from you. There's a lot of stuff, so it's hard.
I gotta call you out.
What?
I have to, guys. I'm gonna do that on this podcast. There's no filter. People in the comments said, Yusuf, stop holding yourself back. I'm gonna call him out.
Do you think you're holding yourself back though? I guess it's for another topic.
Yeah, that's another topic.
Yeah.
Lexi was recently caught by the paparazzi. And when they asked her about you know where I'm going with this?
I did. She showed me.
She brought up, oh, you know, he's boxing a lot. And they said, do you want to see him box? And she said, I want to see him box this person. I want to see him box that person. I want to see him box that person. And I remember one time me, you, and her were hanging out. And I brought up boxing. And she was like, yeah, babe, come on. Knock these fools out. Come on.
Yeah.
So, are you going to box anybody?
Who are these people?
KSI, Anderson Gibbs, Slim. There's many people. Deji. There's many people.
Logan, Jake, and all them?
No, Logan and Jake are in a different class right now. They're fighting like celebrities and stuff, but they're still the YouTube boxing crew. And Alex is part of that circle. And because of what Alex calls a lucky knockout, he thinks people don't give him the respect he deserves. He's been training his butt off for a long time now, and he's a machine. And I want him to box somebody.
I'd like to see him box somebody too.
Why not?
I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I should, but I don't even know if I'm gonna be doing YouTube anymore. So can I be a YouTube boxer if I'm not doing YouTube anymore?
You could just be a boxer.
Okay, even if you quit YouTube, like even when I lost all my relevancy and clout, I'm still mother effing FouseyTube. My name gets brought up, people know who I am, and I'm not scared to say that. I go to the street right now to Target or whatever, somebody's gonna come up to me and say, Fousey, I used to love watching your videos and take a picture. You can quit YouTube. Alex Wassabi will never be forgotten.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the paparazzi video. So in that video, she said she's just being a supportive girlfriend, and she was giving her opinions, and she's like, yeah, my boyfriend's the best. He can box anybody. Put him in the ring.
Exactly like that.
I'm like, I'm about to get laughing at Alex Wassabi from KSI version 3. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Hey,
so,
I would be happy if KSI made a video on me. That's
he's made multiple videos.
That's views, dog. That's clout.
I guess, yeah. But so it also gets you pied in London.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about
It was
that.
like, it sucked because it was like an 8-year-old kid. What am I gonna do? I'm like,
right
all right,
after
like,
I get my nose broken in the fight,
Yeah.
Alex gets pied in London.
to call him an Uber to the hospital, and then I get pied. I'm like, oh, come on.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
about that.
So,
Yeah,
but
come on,
in the
come on.
video, she's like, yeah, I want to see him fight Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and KSI. And I was like, why did you pick?
The top three.
They're no, not the top 3. They're just out of my weight class. I was like, why did you pick people out of my weight class? They're like 200 pounds, and I'm 165 right now, or 170.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh.
Okay. Then
So,
I
like,
got a counter argument.
Yeah.
What if you and let's say KSI, what if y'all agreed on a catch weight?
Yeah.
Like he met you at a weight.
Yeah.
Would you fight KSI?
Oh, 100%.
How much does he weigh, do you think?
He's like 200 naturally, I think.
Let's go! Gotta get it!
But it would have to be like, 175 or
Wait,
180.
Alex, I'm gonna say this again just to make sure you heard me correctly. If KSI got a glimpse of this and here's you saying, if he met you at a weight that works with you, you would box him.
Yes, 100%.
Headgear or no headgear?
No headgear.
Oh my God! Oh! Come on! Let's go! I've always wanted to hear this from Alex.
But he would have to get to, like, what's in between? So if he's 200, I'm 165. So 180?
180-ish.
80-ish.
But have
Yeah.
you ever been 180
I
in
was
your entire
180
life?
like for like a couple months one time when I was working out super hard. but it's hard to maintain that. But I could get back to it if I had to.
Okay, counter argument.
Yeah.
Slim.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna box, but if like I would box Slim. I think. I mean, I believe I could.
Y'all
beat
are
Slim.
the same weight.
That's true. But I don't know if I want to box. I just like boxing. I like to watch boxing. I'm a big fan of boxing. I like to train in boxing. If it ever came to it, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises.
You've gone against both of them, technically.
Both of who?
Slim and Alex.
Yeah.
Honest opinion, fighting both of them, who do you think would win between both of them?
I think that'll be one of the best YouTube fights to ever happen.
But who would win?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say
They're
that.
holding back.
I wasn't going hard. If you look at the video,
Stop saying that,
we're
dog.
going light.
Stop saying that. You don't... His punches, bro, I still feel them.
How long ago was that? It's been a year?
Well over a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps claiming I wasn't going hard.
I wasn't. You can see in the video. I wasn't.
What were you doing then? Playing patty cake?
No, I was just tagging you. So like if you jabbed, I slipped and tagged you. And then there was one where like you can tell any body shot, I was barely touching you because I was like, my best friend had a fight in 2 weeks. Why would I go with 100%? And I guess we never verbally agreed, but I thought
If my nose wasn't broken and I didn't pay so much money for it, and plus my brother told me, my brother's a doctor, and he said, stop saying the reason is because you spent so much money on it. It's because if you were to re-break your nose after how bad it was broken, you're screwed.
I 100%.
If my nose wasn't broken, I would jump in the ring right now and box you just to shut you up.
First round. First round. If I wanted to break your nose before your fight, I could have.
Oh my God!
100%.
Oh, okay, then why don't you do it against Slim?
Because I don't want to box. I'm just saying.
You do it to me?
I could have ended you in the first round if I wanted to.
Oh my God! No, Captain Cheerios. If you're saying this, then do it against Slim. Even if it's sparring at 10 Goose, do it against Slim.
Okay, we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm a grown man, and you look at that punch, and I'm like, in your body. You think I couldn't hit harder than that? And people are like making fun of me. They're like, oh, look at that. What is that? And I was like, because I thought we were going light. And then the second round, he was like, rah, as hard as he could. And I was like, oh.
Have you guys ever reacted to that video together? Like the video?
Yeah, we have.
We did?
I think so on my channel. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just laughing. All the time.
So, I have one final question, unless you guys have anything to say right now.
I did see the KSI and Logan Paul fight. I think that would be a good fight. Like living here and seeing him train all the time, like even since your guys' he's gotten so much faster. And this isn't me just saying it because we're brothers or stuff.
No,
like,
I know he has, but like, dog, me and you did not think KSI was gonna beat Logan.
Yeah, I did.
We thought there was no chance in hell.
I mean, but wasn't it like
KSI beat Logan mother effing Paul?
Yeah.
But is KSI still training right now?
Yeah, he has to be.
Oh, he is?
There's no, like, he's not dumb. He knows he's going to fight Jake Paul. He's training.
Oh.
I can't wait to see that fight. Jake and KSI.
Wait, is it official?
Who you got? No. Who do you got? Jake or KSI?
Oh, Jake, for sure. But I like no hate. I'm not trying to start any beef, KSI. I know you're watching this. I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm just giving you my opinion, okay?
JP, who you got? Alex or KSI?
Alex, of course.
Aaron?
Alex. And it's just from like what I've seen. But it's hard to tell. Like I've only seen KSI fight on TV. Like I've never seen it in person.
Okay.
And I've seen it in person.
Look, I'll give you my breakdown. KSI is a wild fighter. Like he just goes crazy. Like he just tries to throw the overhand a bunch and I don't know why Logan wasn't committing. Like he would jab him before the overhand, then he wouldn't like commit, or he'd get a good punch and he wouldn't commit. And it's because I'm assuming it's because they were on TV and Logan knows, even though these are wild, crazy punches, and like even when he throws them, he turns his head, and like there's a bunch of ways to get in. If that does land, he's gonna get knocked out on national TV, like in front of millions.
Remember the Logan knockdown that he had on KSI?
Yeah.
That was called not a knockdown because he held him and hit him. I was watching a boxing fight that next week, and because it was a professional bout and professional boxers, the boxer did the same exact move that Logan did, and it didn't get called not a knockdown. And I wanted to send that clip to Logan to be like, yo, look at this. This is some BS.
Wait. He
He grabbed his head.
Yeah.
and then he hit him like this.
That wasn't why.
Oh, it's because he hit him in the back of the head?
No, it's because he hit him when he was down.
He's like,
Going
That's
down,
why it
he
was.
going
No,
first, and he was on the ground,
no.
right?
He hit him on the way down, which is like okay, you can get a warning. But then when he was completely on the ground, he punched him off of him, and you can't like. There's no punching
Well, I'm
downwards.
an idiot, and that's why I got my butt beat in boxing. So yeah, on to the final question for Alex Wasabi.
You know who I would want to fight? If I was gonna go into
Call
boxing,
somebody out right now.
I'm not calling anybody out. I'm
This
just saying.
is a call out.
This is
Right
a
now.
No,
call
it's
out.
not.
This is a
This
call
is saying
out.
who I would prefer to fight.
It sounds
Call
like
him
a
out.
call out.
It would be Deji.
All right.
I'm not calling him out.
Deji.
I'm just saying if I wasn't fight somebody, it would be Deji at like 175 preferably. But if he needs to be
I'll
at
say this,
180,
though.
because I know he's
Deji, look, I love KSI.
I like Deji.
More than KSI?
I am indifferent to KSI.
No, but I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
Deji's all talk.
Well,
When I was training, there was multiple times where I was like, yo, let's do this, and we would set something up, and then he would just ghost me. I remember when we were in London, you were supposed to ghost spar him. He ghosted you when you were there
did.
with the gloves.
Man, I was
he
ready.
talks a lot,
Yeah.
and then he'll set you up for a response, get you to respond, and then use that response in a video, talk so much more crap, but when the opportunity presents itself, doesn't do anything. He's had one fight against Jake Paul and lost.
Yeah.
And he had the audacity after Jake Paul knocked out Nate Robinson to post a Twitter picture of Jake Paul nose is bleeding, but Jake has explained multiple times why his nose always used to bleed
It's still
and
bleeding.
said, I did this with no training. Bruh, move on. If you want to prove yourself, fight somebody else and show us what you got. Until then, stop talking.
Or fight Alex.
Fight Alex.
You guys are about to get me into some stuff.
You
How much
called
is
him
how
out.
much does
We
he
didn't
weigh?
do it.
Is he like?
I think
know.
he's heavier too. But if he could get to 175, I'd be like, yeah.
All right,
let's
who do you
it.
think would win, Deji or Alex?
Alex.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Well, he's just the one. Like I like Deji. Like I think he's funny. I follow him on Instagram. He follows me. I message stuff. Like if I see him working, I'm like, yo, good stuff, bro. Keep
I
going.
like him too.
Yeah.
He came to my Twitch stream one time. I came to his Twitch stream
Yeah.
and he laughed and everything. But we're talking about boxing. When you talk about
Boxing,
sports, you're
yeah.
allowed to be like, you're allowed to call somebody out on their BS.
competitive.
Me saying that doesn't mean I don't like Deji.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like, bruh, this is boxing. Be about it. Like Slim is ready to fight anybody. Deji has never said, Slim, I'll take you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just boxing related. No shade or anything, Deji. I just think he would be the easiest one for me to fight out of like Slim, Deji, Gib.
Easy.
Yeah.
someone's gonna take that out of context and clip
He
it
said,
and just be
It
like,
is what it is. I don't
Deji's the
know.
Oh,
easiest
in
one.
terms of clipping, I have launched a clip channel, and if you'd like to follow it, it's in the description below right now. I did that, guys.
But you like how I opened it
I
up?
did.
Yeah, see, I'm learning.
Alex,
Yes.
it's been lovely having you here. I'm so glad you opened up to us the way that you did.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed your time. But before you go, I have to ask you a question that I'm sure I, Aaron, JP, and all the viewers want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you really done with YouTube?
I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
I hope not. I need a job.
So okay, I haven't said this because I haven't had anywhere to say it. I am gonna do an update video. I'm not sure when. Probably in February at some point. And then me and Lexi have a song. So
Oh.
that'll probably be the last one. If I do decide to I'm done, probably for like a long time. I probably won't quit forever, but for like a year or so, I might.
That's
Wow.
a
That's
big,
a
That's a lot.
big
That's a lot. I
time.
know, but 15 years dedicating my life to it.
Yeah, I
there's a
feel
lot
it.
to figure out. So, but the music video, I just really like the song. Lexi really likes the song, and it would be a shame that it never got out. So we're gonna make a music video for that.
So what you're saying is, regardless if you choose to leave or not, you're gonna release the update video and the music video regardless.
Yeah, and those might be my last ones. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Forever.
Yeah.
Dang.
Because you've been such
Guys?
a big inspiration to all of us for YouTube.
Yeah, can we do something right now, Alex?
Group hug?
No.
Oh.
We're team gotta get it. We're supposed to inspire. We're supposed to motivate. I think we should all tell Alex what his 15 years in the game has meant to us and see if that resonates with him and what that sparks inside him, starting with JP.
Ooh.
Did you even know who I was before?
So I met Alex maybe 3-4 years ago, and I recognized you. But like the first time like we met, it was casual. We played basketball, so Alex is very warm and nice. Like when you meet him, he's not kind of like that wall, you know, that how do you describe that? Like that eagle wall, you know,
that YouTubers have,
you know, but being like just with or being around him in the circle before working with him, just he's an inspiration to everyone that knows him. Everyone's always saying, oh, like, let's do this. Like, we want to do it like Alex, you know, the daily vlogging, the just like kind of positivity to everybody. And I don't think that should go to waste, because 15 years and everybody knows who you are, everyone's inspired by you, would just be a loss to everybody. So if it were up to me, hell no, you're not quitting YouTube.
Do you want to go last, Aaron?
Yeah,
I'm
gonna get emotional.
Yeah.
All right, Yusuf, how has my career affected you?
I think you are so incredibly talented and gifted beyond your, like, what you even know now. Like, even if you think in the 15 years you have reached your peak of what you can do and what you can accomplish, I'm not scared to say I don't even think you haven't scratched the surface yet. I think there's so much more of Alex that's gonna come out and that needs to come out. It just has to come out in a different way. So I say, and I have no room to say this because it's your life, your choice, your career, but the move isn't to stop. The move is to what JP said in the beginning: pivot, change, and go in a new direction, and like change what you've been doing for the last 15 years. Because if there's one thing I can say, for 15 years you've been doing the same thing, catering to the same audience. It's time to maybe change that formula. Start targeting a new audience. Start showing them a new side of Alex. Start, like, you have so much to give. You stopping would be a disservice to the people. Like, there are people who watched you since they were 3 years old, who are now much older. It would be a disservice in their lives if you were to stop, because they grew up with you. They need you. So I think take your time, figure out what and who you want Alex to be, and then go again.
I think that, thank you for those words. That's I like hearing all this stuff. It makes me like, I'm like, oh, that's how people have been looking at me. But I think that if I did go back to YouTube, I would want to figure out how to mix, or like how to do today's modern, older Alex, adult Alex's version of what I used to do when I loved it. When like at the beginning, like where I'm writing skits and crazy stuff happened, I'm like, oh, like I want to put my writing stuff, creativity back into it if I did do it. But yeah, that's so the new me might be a new version of the old me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Aaron, send us off.
I'm not gonna cry.
He's gonna cry.
I'm not gonna cry. I can't help it, okay? Because I wouldn't.
Thumbs up if he cries.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have met you. Gotta get it. Never would have happened.
Actually, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your mom and dad.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Because you know when a man and a woman meet.
Okay,
They love
I
each other.
wouldn't be in California. Gotta get it. Wouldn't be a thing.
I get it. Keep going.
Like, I wouldn't have met Ronnie. I wouldn't have had all the experiences I've had if he didn't come to Charlotte that one day and was like, hey, do YouTube, be lazy, Ron, let's do this. He set up my whole channel for me. If I didn't do that, I don't know where I would be today.
You'd be a pharmacist.
Or a nurse or something back home. But I might have, I don't know. And I think about that all the time because I'm like, that's one of the biggest points in my life that just changed it. Like, you know, in your life where you have two ways you can go, one way or the other. Like, he is like, and it's not just because he's popular on YouTube or he's OG or stuff. He literally took the time to say, hey, I know you, and I think this would be a good choice for you. And like you said, like all the comments, like all the positive things, like motivation, like everyone who said I've helped them do stuff wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for him. And like I've been there since we first started, and I not to go against what you guys said, but he has changed quite a bit since the first videos of sketches to like the vlogs and stuff he does now. But I will say, I feel like you've tried catering to what you think people want to see and what your views want you to do, versus in the beginning, the only reason you did videos was because it would make you laugh. This dude used to like come up with sketches and laugh at his own stuff. For like, he'd start crying after saying his own line about
Alex
stuff.
does do that. He watches his own videos a lot.
He cries.
does
Like
that.
he would make himself
I used to be
laugh
proud of
so
him.
hard, but he doesn't do that anymore. Now it's like, oh, this is gonna do well. Versus before, it's like, oh, if Richard did this, you want me, and then he would just bust out laughing for the longest time. So, if you want to quit, I respect it. I completely understand. 15 years is a long time. Almost 15 years is a long time. But if I don't want you to quit, but if you do come back, I want you to do videos that you wouldn't do, even if they don't do well with views, like even if people don't like it, even if people are like, this is stupid, this is dumb. Like, I want you to make videos that you want to make, videos that you're excited to make. And I'm trying so hard not to tear up and cry. I'm staring at Yusuf because he makes me...
I've been wanting to call you out the whole time. Why the hell are you staring at me when you're supposed to be talking to your brother?
I can't... Because, like...
He's gonna cry. He's tearing up right now.
I wouldn't be here, guys. Like, I
That's
wouldn't,
crazy.
like... I love my life so much right now. And it's because of him. Like, it's 100% because of him. And it's not because, like, he's helped me gain views and stuff. It's just because he showed me this other side. Like, he told me it's okay to be silly. It's okay to be yourself. You don't have to be professional. You don't have to be serious. You don't have to act cool. Like, thank you.
My brother.
I didn't cry. I teared up a little bit. Okay, let's end this episode.
With that being said, Alex Wassabi, thank you so much for being our first guest. It was a pleasure to have you.
Hey, this has like helped me a lot too. I didn't even know it was gonna be like a therapy session.
Oh, this is a therapy. This has got to get it, baby.
Bro,
That was cool.
Whole
If
time.
you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe right now. Thanks to our first 13,000 subscribers. If you'd like to follow us on Spotify and Apple, the links are down below. And if you'd like to donate and help us get better equipment, LED lights and everything, click the link in the description that takes you to Anchor, and it has an option to donate and support this podcast. Thank you guys so much. And Alex, you're going to end it for us by saying our slogan by yourself. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it, gotta get it!
Yeah!